First, it started with me asking what you guys wanted to see, and you guys decided to watch me play hardcore. So then we got diamond armor, which was quite the accomplishment. And for every subscriber that we got, I decided that I was going to place down 10 blocks for every one. And after I started making my layout for my Emerald Island, I went looking for an elytra because I really wanted to fly around. Got a little too greedy, ended up falling down to my death. And I vowed, I will not play hardcore again until I have a plan. Plan. I hate to spoil what's going to happen in the future by kind of showing you what I look like right now, but let me explain. The first 15 minutes of the first episode is black. It's blank. So I go through and I talk about what my hopes for this episode are and the goals I want to complete. And this is where I spawned, right? One of the goals that I wanted to complete is to find a village, which I got to talk about in the first episode because we spawned right next to a village. So I'm going to have a list of things that I have to complete before I finish the episode. That means that for each episode moving forward, I have a list of things that I need to complete. After those are complete, I can finally edit and publish the video. So let's get into what those are. So my list consisted of me creating what I wanted to build, which was a bone meal farm, a tree farm, cobblestone farm, mob farm, finding a village, string farm, an auto smelter, and going to the Nether. Now, I was not able to complete all of these because of some of the things that I was missing. I did, however, find the village and then create my string farm, which is what I was working on. Then I started trading with villagers and killing iron golems so that I could then start working on some of my other projects. And I hated sitting down waiting for string, so I decided to create a collection system. And while I was looking for some of my other materials, such as quartz, I needed to go to the Nether, and forgot how to speedrun a Nether portal, because I'm a noob all of a sudden. Don't know why. But then, of course, I finally figured it out. Then I realized I didn't have any flint. So went down, grabbed some flint. Then I needed to make a flint, because I kept getting gravel. Made a flint and steel, went, got a bunch of quartz. And then after I got all of these quartz, I went back, running to my base, which takes like 2 whole minutes. Decided that I would show you guys how long it takes for me to run all the way back, because this is all sped up. It takes me like 2 minutes in real time to run all the way back to my base, which is super stupid. I just wanted to show you guys that because I felt like it was an idiotic thing to make my portal so far away. Then I placed down some smithing tables so that I could get my guy over here who is going to sell me some armor. And he sells me some pretty bad armor. Showed myself buying some diamond armor and going mining for more materials that I'll need. Because now I'm going to work on my Cobblestone Generator. And of course, I, being a stupid stoop, got diamonds because I thought I needed a jukebox, but as you'll see, I didn't need a jukebox. I needed a note block, which does not use diamonds, unlike a jukebox. Now, as I was saying, I do have a few things that I wanted to cross off my list. Now, with the bone meal farm, I decided I'd wait till later, because the mob farm basically becomes the bone meal farm as well. So far we found a village, created a string farm, now we're working on the stone farm, or cobblestone farm, because it's not actually going to produce stone, it produces cobblestone. Now I did get this design from a YouTuber, their video will be linked down below. I don't remember the name at this current moment, but it is a very good and absolutely amazing farm. I did not realize how much it was going to produce, because it produces so much, so definitely go show them some love. Go check them out. I definitely need to go and see if they have any other things that I'm gonna need in the future, because this was just so cool. And of course, I keep falling, and one thing that I hope that a lot of you guys know that I should have known better is redstone and water don't really mix, so I may have broken it a few times, but we finally got everything set up. As I was watching this video, creating this, I had to go and grab some lava, set down one more observer, and then also get some TNT. Come here, wolf. You're gonna be mine. Went and found a dog as well, because why not? And then I created my TNT incorrectly, because that's apparently what I do. I just love making TNT incorrectly. I was so confident in it too, is the issue. Now I'm placing down some of the final touches of the farm so that I can finally get it up and running, forgetting that I had my TNT and my hotbar, placing it down, and now finally, technically being finished. All I need to do now is build the platform so that I can get back to this and turn it on and off whenever I need to. And so that's exactly what I did. Is I went, re-grabbed the lava, then watched it create the cobblestone, and then, of course, I'm not going to turn it on yet because I need to get the rest of the hoppers, or I would have totally just gone and turned it on. Then I got a guy who gives me efficiency 5, which I have never seen. It's my first time ever seeing a guy with efficiency. I decided that I was going to create an enchanting table and place down the rest of my hoppers. And of course, then I had to turn on the farm to see how good it actually was because, you know, I wasn't sure. I had to make sure that it was good. You might see that the textures have changed because I did switch from my laptop, which has good textures, to my computer, which doesn't have as good of textures for performance reasons. So the rest of the video is actually going to be filmed from on my computer, and I assume that the rest of the series will probably also be on the computer. After letting this run for a good maybe 5-10 minutes, I decided that I was going to go see how much it produced, which I was surprised. I didn't think it was going to produce that much. Now I'm working on my auto smelter. I'm just going to cross out auto and place smelter instead in my checkbook because I decided that I wanted to make it auto after I've built my base. I do think it would be super cool to have an actual auto smelter like right now, but I think that I'd rather have the auto smelter, like the automatic function, be in after I've created my mega base, which I should probably start working on because I haven't worked on it yet. I do have a design. I can't share that yet, but you guys will see it. Then I went and enchanted a bunch of pickaxes. I enchanted my armor because I like to be pretty safe. And of course, with the feather falling, I thought I was going to get something bad, and it was actually pretty good. Then I got protection, more protection, silk touch, fortune, another silk touch. Started adding more pickaxes together so that I could have the best pickaxes. Got another shovel, and I found out that there was a guy who was buying some gravel, not gravel, flint. So I went mining some gravel so I could get a lot of flint so I could make some more emeralds because I like the green, which is emeralds. Because I also need to place down a lot of emerald blocks, which I don't find the full magnitude of the situation of me having to place them down because I was recording this one day after I put out the video. Why it's taking me so long to record, you ask? Well, I went out of town. And then I procrastinated a little bit, but it's okay. We're back now. Had to get me a diamond axe because I didn't have a diamond axe before. Bought 3 swords on accident, made a bow so that I could start working on my next farm, which is the mob farm. And I think I had tree farm originally, but I had to get rid of the tree farm because I found out that I need to have slime balls, and I don't have slime balls. So kind of an issue. I let the farm, I say farm, there I have many of them. I need to specify. I let the stone farm be on so that I could then create the stuff that I need for the mob farm, because the mob farm is one of the biggest farms that I think I am going to create for a little bit at least. It's one of the bigger farms early on, and it's actually super useful. I actually really like it, and I found out that I actually built the base here that I'm creating incorrectly the first time, so I need to go back and rebuild it. Well, I say rebuild it, I just needed to add a layer because it was too close to the center, which would not have worked for what I need it for. So after I placed down glass, I need to go remove glass, but of course I edited that out because I wanted to look like I was actually good at the game. But I'm telling you guys now because, yeah, I am quite the opposite. I'm not great at this game. And of course, if you've seen me play this before, you'll know, oh yeah, no, he's not great at this. But you know, it was a lot of fun to come back to Minecraft. I haven't played Minecraft in a hot minute. Well, I say in a hot minute, but that's when I started the other hardcore series that I ended up dying in, unfortunately. We lost it all. Yeah, so much fun. Anyways, we're gonna forget that ever happened, hopefully, and we're just gonna move on because we got this great world going so far, and I decided that I was gonna take it a little bit slower because I feel like I rushed the last one, and that's why I ended up dying. I got too greedy. So I decided that instead of being so greedy, I'm going to slow down a little bit, build some stuff. After I've built everything, then I can move on to the next step, right? I want this to be a thing where I have to build the farms by the end of the video before I can actually set up the video itself. I'm making no sense at all. Before I can, like, finish the video and start putting it out. That's what I mean. Kind of like I did with this one, but I think after recording this and editing everything together, I think I'm going to change just the style of it next time I film the video for this. Just because I think I know what to do instead of how I've done it this way. Because I've been watching a lot of other YouTubers to figure out kind of what they're doing, and I'm like, okay, I understand what to do. So, if you at all are making any videos like this, I would recommend going and watching other people instead of just being like, yeah, no, so you see, I'm pretty good at this. I have all the ideas in the world. Because clearly I don't. This is at like 20x speed, and I'm watching this doing the voiceover real time, and I'm getting a headache. See, I could fix it, but I don't want to have to go and redo the voiceover because out of the 17,000 different takes, this has been the best one yet. Yeah, if you're listening to this and you're like, this has been the best one yet, I'm scared to hear the rest. Editor's note, this was super slowed down, so I just sped it up real quick. There we go. Okay. So, after that long sequence that probably took you guys just a little bit, because it took me forever. Forever? Yeah, no, forever. Because I had to sit through something that was slowed down when it was supposed to be sped up. I'm over here stuttering because it was so stupid. Yeah, anyways, as I was saying, I did end up doing like this really cool MLG thing. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but I may or may not jump from one of these really high layers over here. It might be coming up very soon because I ended up running out of blocks because I had to place down thousands of cobblestone. So yeah, here we go, right? And I made it. Yeah, I actually thought I was gonna die while I was playing because I had been having issues with my right click on my mouse. And so I jumped and I was like, you know, that was stupid. I thought of that halfway to the floor, and then I pressed at just the perfect moment and ended up surviving, which was great. Then I had to create a bunch of slabs because we were almost finished, believe it or not. So this last part is just me going and placing down the top bit so that it can be dark underneath, so that mobs spawn better, I believe. I believe that's how this works. You know, I just build these farms. You know, I just work here. I don't understand any of it. I work here, so don't ask me why this works or how it works. I mean, I understand the basics, which is the stuff fall down because redstone say so, which you'll see here in a minute. And then I had to go get some soul sand because, you know, I found out by watching a video that the soul sand campfires are just better for this farm. And from personal experience, I can concur because I tried it with normal campfires and it sucked. It was horrible. My production rates went it was really bad. But if there's anything that I should share with my knowledge of playing this video game is if you need help, look up videos. That's about it, because I had no clue what I was doing. Except for the campfires. I knew how to get the campfires. And then place 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5, 6. Nope. I don't place down the 6th one. I leave you in suspense while I go and I build the top part again because this thing took me forever. I think this took me 2 days to complete because I also have another series coming out with my friend Aiden that we're going to be posting possibly pretty soon after we figure out what it is we want to do for our first episode, even though we've already been recording it. So yeah, that'll come out sometime soon. Yeah, I'll have to give him a shout on his new. Why am I'm having a hard time? His new YouTube channel that he created, Avdonix. You should go check him out. He hasn't posted anything yet, but in the near future, I know that he will. And I'm excited for a lot of the stuff that he's going to be posting because I'm going to be joining him for like maybe 25% of it. I don't know, we got some fun stuff that we could totally post, and me and him are just super stupid and goofy, so it's even better. So if you want to watch me being goofy, go and hang out over there with me and my friend Aiden playing these video games. because, you know, why not? It's pretty dope. Me and Aiden, it's pretty goofy. We're playing this game called Content Warning. I don't want to share too much, but let me just say we're really bad at it. It's great. So you put two goofy people together in a game who don't know anything that they're doing and just are like, nope, let's go straight for it. That's when the really funny guys come out. By really funny guys, I mean me and Aiden, because me and Aiden are just freaking hilarious. And this is where I thought I was going to be finished with my build. I was like, you know what? I have all the materials I need right here in my inventory, ready to be placed. I'll spare you the suspense. I had to run back because I ran out of materials. Because I forgot that I didn't have enough. I really thought I did. I was like, let's go! And then I was like, oh no! I'm all out of materials. So then I came back and had to finish it later. And then I put in the redstone because I was super excited to get this thing up and running, because it took me like 3 days to build. Because of hanging out with Aiden and doing other stuff. But other than that, we got this all set up, and I finally was like, let's go. I'm actually going to have some decent stuff going for me, and this series is going to finally take off. And then I realized, you know what, I don't have any scaffolding, and I kind of need scaffolding for this build. And then I refigured out the redstone because I messed it up a little bit. So then, my brightest idea yet is, I need to go find scaffolding. So I jumped down, and then I'm checking to make sure that everything's working. And it is. Found bamboo, because I'm a legend, absolute legend. I maybe traveled like 700 blocks away from spawn, which is where I live. I live at spawn. I don't know if I've clarified that yet. I live at spawn. Spawn is dope. Spawn is great. Spawn is amazing. We love spawn. Yeah. And then, of course, I showed me boating home because I found like 4 or 5 different, what are they called, ocean monuments, which were super scary. I don't like them. This is me coming back home because I wanted to make sure that I had filmed me, you know, being semi good at the game, being like, oh yeah, no, I live over here. It's kind of easy to remember where you live when you live at 0-0, but you know, that's not the point. The point is, I have finally finished, technically finally finished my farm, my mob crusher, that I also got from a YouTube video. All the stuff you see here being built, except for the auto smelter, is basically stuff I saw off YouTube. So everything's going to be credited down below, of course. So this is me building my platform, because you need to stand up in the sky so that all the mobs spawn. It's better for raids, I assume. I don't know how it works. Like I said, I just work here. This is me building up, or getting ready to build up, so that I can just have a thing so I can go straight up. And then I decided to build an auto crafter, because this thing is actually kind of whack. I thought that it was going to be really good so that I could get a ton of emeralds for building this emerald island again, because I don't know if you guys remember, but for every subscriber we get, I place down 10 emerald blocks. And it is absolutely worth it. I think so. I think it's worth it. Actually, I have a lot of fun with it. I am just joking when I say I think it's worth it. It is absolutely worth it. Because it is kind of like, it shows how much we've grown, if you really think about it. Like, I got 19 subscribers from a few videos, and so I had to place down 190 blocks, right? It shows how much we've grown. And I enjoy placing down these emerald blocks, even though it takes me forever. Because when I really think about it, it's like, for 10 of these, we got 1 more subscriber, we grew the channel a little bit bigger, you know, we've reached more people, and we're, you know, having a lot more fun with the viewers. And it's just kind of my way of being able to interact with everybody without having to, I say without having to, but it's more of the fact that I'm not able to really, you know, get in touch with every single viewer. This is as close as I'm gonna get, and it's just me kind of showing my appreciation by putting in dedication for these emerald blocks. You know, I sit down for maybe an hour and a half to place down a few emerald blocks because you subscribed, and I enjoy every second of it. Of course, I was told that I was like Luke the Notable. I finally watched some Luke the Notable videos, and I might be a little hooked on Luke the Notable videos now. Totally worth it, but I don't know, I think it's pretty cool to be compared to somebody who has millions of subscribers and does a lot of these emerald projects, but I'm doing it in a slightly different way, but I do plan on making something kind of similar. But anyway, if you guys did like the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and again, for every 1 subscriber, we place down 10 more blocks. So I actually think I'm going to have a ton of blocks to place after this video goes out. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.